Good day, Guardians. Wolvie1079 here with another requested video, this one on Under Your Skin. Now, before I get started into the details, I just want to say thank you for everyone who's been leaving comments, likes, and subscribes on the channel. I never expected this to really go anywhere, although I had hopes, but all the comments and feedback you're giving has been great. If you have any requests, you want to see what kind of tools I use, how I do the math on these things, let me know. I am more than happy to do a video like that. But for today, we're going to go through the Under Your Skin details here and how I crafted this roll, why I think it's the God roll, and how I got the numbers that I'm going to be telling you about. So for the first thing, I'm just going to set this back to something that's base. It doesn't have any draw time on it, and see kind of where we start. So the first thing right off the bat is the bow base is a 684 draw time. Now, in the Fell Taradiddle video, I talked a little bit about not leaving stats on the table because, accuracy means a lot to bows, especially lightweights. Here we are with a precision frame bow that we can craft however we want to, and we want to make sure we're not leaving any stats on the table here either. That includes draw time. In that video, I mentioned that elastic string has this downside for handling speed, and it's a okay downside to have when you're talking about the kind of draw time that elastic string is going to give, but it also lowers your accuracy, which is why I avoided it with Fell Taradiddle. Well, with the precision, we're pretty high on our accuracy to start with, so we can actually sacrifice that a little bit. And when we do that, we go from a 684 down to a 612. That's a pretty substantial decrease in draw time, down by 72 points. But then how do we know that we're not going well below that cap when we put on a draw time masterwork? Well, we can see what that is as well. And if we use the draw time, we go down to 648, meaning we've gone down by 36 points. Now, the nice part here is that with very easy, simple addition, we can see that to get down to 576, it's really just the two added together. So when we're going down by 36 on the draw time and the 72 on elastic, we're going to hit that total with both down to 576 regardless. So we're not going below the 576 minimum draw time and throwing away stats needlessly. Well, the next thing that we're going to be looking at here, and I had this question on the Fell Taradiddle video, is why not go for reload to get it the highest possible rate of fire? Well, on something like Under Your Skin, we really don't want to put a reload intrinsic frame on, and we need that elastic string to get down to 576 because it's the only one that gives us that much of a decrease in draw time. So our only option is to change out our arrow shaft. Now, I'm still going with the fiberglass on this bow just because it greatly increases accuracy. Usually when I'm using this bow, it's in high-end content. I'm trying to get as much range as possible. But you do have a reload speed option in compact arrow shaft. It's going to increase your handling speed as well, so you will be able to pull that bow out a little bit faster if the reload speed means that much to you. Now, what you can't see in the background here, though, is that when we put that on there, we're going from accuracy 90 and reload speed 48 down to a accuracy of 80 and a reload speed of 57. So we're trading off roughly 10 for each. Not a horrible trade-off, but again, I'm usually going for extreme range, and the reload speed, in my opinion, just does not make that much of a difference in rate of fire on the bow. Helical fletching, great, slightly increases both. Straight fletching gives you the accuracy without the downside of stability. Again, I don't have much of a problem with stability. You can decrease your accuracy for greatly increased stability or just a straight increase. So when you compare all these arrow shafts, my personal preference is still fiberglass, but there's really no bad option here. When you get into those enhanced intrinsics, though, it's going to be the same as Fell Taradiddle. Archer's Tempo is going to be your best way to get as many arrows out of this bow as possible, as long as you're making those precision hits. Now, with the enhanced trait for Archer's Tempo, you get about 3 seconds per precision hit. Not enough to be able to go in and do a whole lot of else, but if you're putting arrows out of this bow as fast as you possibly can, you're going to have no trouble maintaining that Archer's Tempo uptime. Explosive head, again, very rarely can you match the 2 hits out of every arrow, especially when you're handling certain things like overload champs like we had last season. That second hit's going to try and keep that overload champ stunned a little bit longer. The explosive head on this season for barrier champs actually makes a noticeable difference in how fast you can take down shields. Out of this bow, I can take down a shield in 2 hits easily. And it also increases that accuracy like I mentioned in the Fell Taradiddle video. Really, there's no bad options here anywhere, though. I mean, if you want to get that old Hush feel, successful warm-up is great. Adaptive munitions means that you can take down non-matched shields a lot easier. I think it's 2 or 3 hits, depending on what level of content you're in, of course. Opening shot, really can't beat that for PvP, unless you want to try and use Explosive Head for that little extra flinch. Leveling up a weapon, Dragonfly. Hands down, it's great. If you have a checkpoint where you can go into and start taking out as many things as possible, that Dragonfly is going to give you multiple kills per arrow, moves super fast. Shirochi, I think I got over 102 kills in the Shirochi checkpoint with Dragonfly on this bow. So it works really well for lower end content or for leveling. Turnabout, if you're in a content and you're going to be taking out void shields with this thing, absolutely give yourself an overshield. Why not? So there's a lot of really good options here. I wouldn't go with anything personally in third column except for Archer's Tempo. I don't usually hip fire, and when I do, it's at close range. Unrelenting, I'm not going to be defeating rapidly multiple targets in a situation where I'd need that health regen. Firmly planted, increased accuracy, great. But is it going to be better than firing more arrows? Not for me, at least anyway. Perpetual motion, stability, handling, reload speed. Again, 3 things that I find are not really all that needed on a bow. Unless you're in high-end PvP content, in which case maybe. Tunnel vision, here and there. Don't really need a whole lot of aim down speed or target acquisition on a bow. It's got plenty of aim assist as it is. Aim down sight speed. If you need that aim down sight, maybe hip fire is going to be the way to go if you need to get that arrow out faster. So this is what I would consider the god roll for this bow. Draw time masterwork, elastic string, hands down. It's the only way you're going to hit 576. Choose whatever arrow shaft makes sense for you. Again, for me, max range is important, so I'm going for accuracy, Archer's Tempo, and Explosive Head. And for these two, I find it's worth the mats to go with the enhanced trait. So, beyond that, I don't have a whole lot else to give you today. I will link the videos that I've done previously and a playlist for the Canadians and Cheese podcast that I co-host with Diacola and GNC Caleb. Hope you're having fun with some of these videos. Please let me know if there's anything else you want to see. And until the next video, have fun.